Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Darling. Shall we see what's going on the island of Fawnhollow today? And I guess that probably not all that much. Why do my glasses feel so dirty? Hold on. Clean my glasses. Yes, I do wear glasses. Not all the time. Sometimes I wear contact lenses. But most of the time I can't be bothered to put them in. So glasses are just convenience, you know, to make up for my short-sighted eyesight. Created from, I don't know, poor genetic lottery. I don't really know. Anyway, hello there everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 4:38 PM on Wednesday, November 11, 2020. Really isn't news to speak of today, but something magazine. You know what is something we can speak of today? Today's Armistice Day, or otherwise known as Remembrance Day in the UK. Where at 11 AM, you take a minute silence. I think it's a minute silence. Oh, no, 2 minute silence, sorry. To remember those who've fallen in war. And everyone wears a poppy, although I don't actually have a poppy because I haven't been outside all that much during pandemic situation to get a poppy. So, and I couldn't find my one from previous years. I don't know where they are. A dusty, well-used bag. It vaguely smells like those minty sport creams that athletes use. Well, this is obviously Rowan's. We'll return it to him promptly. CJ giving us something. Oh, red snapper, of course. So yeah, Savannah, sharing his caring lollipop. I was doing a little recreational organising last week and I came across this light. It's just gathering dust here, but I thought it might brighten up your place. I hope you like it. If not, well, sorry. I'm sorry, we had to start throwing away some of these letters because we're going to get far too many. So this will be a good old red snapper model. What's that look like then? It looks like a red snapper, which is, you know, pretty good. I can't believe... Oh, wait, hold on. Red is not a visitor. We have a wandering visitor again. And a Raymond, sorry. November 9th, important because we celebrate the birth of our friend and neighbour, Amelia. Oh, didn't know it was going to be her birthday. This is Rowan's house, right? I was actually going to go to the top left to try and find him, and I realised, oh wait, we moved his house to this location. Yeah, I miss this day. We had like a couple minutes silence in school back then, which I don't know, I took that kind of seriously. The silence, I suppose. I took the time to reflect. Oh, I don't really know what you're meant to do during the silence, but it's just the sort of thing that I'm doing. Is what I do is I just think about it in silence and just try and empathise, or not empathise, sympathise. Try and imagine what it would be like in wartime, and the horrors and the tragedy that people must face, I suppose, all the time and that sort of thing. And honestly, how kind of needless it is. But that's I suppose a bit of a, it's a horror visitor. And easily macabre talk for Animal Crossing sign, so I suppose what I just do is donate to charity, I suppose, to get a poppy, and then, yeah. Why am I in here? I don't remember why I came in here. Alright, I guess we're just leaving in. That's what you can do. Well, at least how it happened in previous schools, we got taken out into the playground. We all line up in like register order. Just like it's a fire drill, actually, now I think about it. And then we stand there for 2 minutes. The headmaster gives a speech about, of course, wartime and remembering those who were lost in war. And then we stand there for a minute silence, or was it 2 minutes? I can't remember if it's a minute or 2 minutes. I think it's 2 minutes. I'm not exactly sure. But, yeah, and you're silent. And that's when you take the time to ruminate on these sort of things, try and remember them. I'm sure it's much more personal if you have someone you might have lost in war, which I feel, I'm sorry to hear about that. Even though you're not really taunting me, I suppose, but still, it's always a difficult thing. And it is truly tragic, but you can take the time to ruminate that, remember them, whatever else you feel necessary, and then at the end they play the brass section of the orchestra. They play a song called The Last Post? Or was it The Last Stand? I think it's The Last Post. I think it's because it's meant to be a song that they play to recall the soldiers back at the end of the day or something. And I'm not quite certain about its origins, but something like that. Because like No, hold on. That might just be the 27th Century Fox opening. What is it called? Is it? I think it's called Last Post. Last Post Remembrance Day. Yeah, it's called the Last Post. Also known as Reveil. Sure. Used to draw symbolic association between the soldier's last duty of sitting sentry and his rising above moral duties. What? Oh, the last note of a last post marks the beginning of a 2-minute silence. Wait, what? Have I got this backwards? Oh yeah, no, it does play before the silence. For some reason I thought you'd do the silence first and then it plays. Wait, no, hold on. I'm a bit confused which way around it is now. Okay, well, in some order you have a 2-minute silence and then you have the last post played. But apparently I can't remember what order it's in, so good job me. What did you give us? Small, medium, red mat, retro dotted mat, sounds cool. Sahara's Desert? Why does that feel like, you know, I'm not going to go down that any further. Yeah, and then the brass ensemble of the orchestra always used to play that, which I was obviously not a part of because I played a violin. Yeah. Of course, on 11th of November. Oh, of course, it doesn't always happen in school. Sometimes it happens during the weekends. I remember one day it happened during the weekend. I was going shopping with my father, like grocery shopping. It's like in primary school, or maybe early years of secondary school. I can't remember. Oh wait, we should be entering people's houses. Not like that. I just want to see if they're building a recipe. Yeah, and I think we're going to like Sainsbury's or something, or Tesco's. I can't remember. Where are you, Lily? Why do you always hide behind here? Why is the bathroom the first thing in your room? Have you tried milk tea? If not, I recommend Assam tea. It's sweet, multi-taste mixed with milk and sugar, pitter-patter. I like to sip it in the morning more than at bedtime because it's strong and can keep me awake at night. That's fair enough. I love tea. I haven't drunk tea for ages though, because often in the morning I'm too lazy to make myself a cup. I really should start to. I really like drinking tea. Anyway, not point. What's my point? Yeah. We're in Sainsbury's. We walked in. And we were like... And as we walked in to the entrance, the 2-minute silence started. Which was a very interesting situation. Because we walked in and everyone was just like standing frozen. And obviously not speaking or anything because it's silent. And I was like, what's going on? And then, of course, like half a second later, I was like, oh, 2-minute silence. Even. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where the story ends. We did a 2-minute silence and we went about our day. But, you know, taken out of context, that's a very horrifying thing to walk into. The entire world being frozen around you except for you. If we didn't have a context of a 2-minute silence, you'd be like, what is going on? But, I don't know, I feel like you can make a horror story out of that. Not that I could. I really had my go at writing a horror story, and, not particularly amazing at it, I suppose. I already talked about that. So yeah, I don't know. What would you do if a world was just frozen in time around you? I'm not sure what I would do. It's always like, a dig in your face, like, that's some seriously sweet style. So you got a big event thing coming up or something? Because if so, you're totally about to turn some heads. For more of the designer labels we're wearing. If anything, we might turn some heads and people will be like, wow, how much money does this island representative have? I was going to say mayor, which was obviously the wrong word. And the answer is a lot. So yeah, I don't know why I have so many random Remembrance Day stories. I have another one back in primary school, I remember. It's because I was in year 2, probably. I was in a young year. And of course, I can't remember who would come in to sell poppies or whatever. No, maybe like some of the year 6s would sell poppies or something during the lunchtime breaks or whatever. And then everyone is expected, you bring in £1 or £2 or something, or whatever amount of money. Actually, I think when I was younger, the expected amount was like 20p, and then it became 50p, then it became a pound. Or maybe I just got older, I don't know. I don't remember if I customised it on my shovel, so I guess we'll do one round and then we'll customise it. Yeah, and if you haven't seen these pins, not pins, these poppies before, I suppose you should go Google them. They're like plastic paper poppies, which you're meant to pin to your lapel of your school uniform. Although back in primary school we didn't have blazers, we had jumpers. And of course, when you're younger, they don't give you a regular pin, they give you a safety pin. Because they're like, we don't really want these 5-year-old kids stabbing themselves with really sharp needles, which is fair enough, to be honest. And yeah, so that happened most years. They gave me a safety pin, and I was like, awesome. I put it on, safety pin. And then I remember this year, they didn't give me a safety pin. They gave me a regular pin, like a grown-up pin. You know, if you don't know what a grown-up pin is, it's literally just like a needle, basically. Or I should say, it's basically just a pin. You know, just a sharp stick. I didn't really think much of it because I already knew how to do it. I put the pin in, and I put the poppy on, and I was like, nice. And then I remember one of my classmates, I think it was one of my classmates or one of my friends, was like, dear, you can't... Noticed I had a regular pin, not a safety pin, or whatever. And which was, you know, like apparently a big no-no or something. Because it was dangerous or whatever. And being like, you can't have a safety pin. I'm going to tell on you. And I'm like, what, why? What's wrong with a safety pin? There's nothing wrong with it. They gave me this pin, and they were like, you still can't have it, you're going to get in trouble. And I remember we were in the hallway, and for some reason I started to cry, or whatever. Or maybe it's because a teacher came along, we started to cry, and they were like, miss. It was actually the music teacher, I believe. She's got absolutely nothing to do with any of this going on, but it's like, Dear's not got a safety pin, she's got a regular pin or something is dangerous. And at some point I started crying. The music teacher's probably incredibly confused, being like, what's going on? I don't understand why this is a problem. And then basically it got resolved. It was just being like, Dear can use a regular pin, I'm sure it's fine. And that was that. For some reason in my mind it was much more melodramatic than that. I was like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. I can't believe I'm going to get in trouble because they gave me a pin. It's something completely out of my control. Maybe that's why I started crying, I don't know. Emotional child. Of course now in retrospect I'm like, what? A weird situation. That doesn't even make sense. Like, I was a pretty responsible child back then, at least. They could have given me a normal pin at younger ages. I'm not going to stab people with a regular pin. I mean, you can still stab people with a safety pin, so I don't really understand the point. But, oh well. That's just, you know, how things go sometime. What was my point? I don't really even know if I had a point. Give the responsible children a regular pin, not a safety pin. They can handle it, but I guess that's kind of favouritism, so probably shouldn't do that, because that kind of makes the other children feel worse, doesn't it? I'm just more annoyed about that other friend of mine. Why she got feeling... I can't remember if it was who it was, but I think it was a person I'm picturing in my mind, which obviously not going to say out loud. Why did she feel the need to tell me? For having a regular pin or a safety pin. Why does that even matter? I don't know. Maybe she was jealous. She was like, I want a safety pin, they didn't give me... I want a regular pin, they didn't give me a regular pin. Dear doesn't deserve it. I don't know. Always I'm making up some facetious straw man here. Out of nonsensical assumptions, but still. Wondering, I'm pretty sure we have. We do indeed. So let that be. Should we build a ramp? We should probably build that ramp upwards, but... Oh no, we didn't decide what ramp we wanted. Maybe we should just use the natural ramps, because it's next to the flower trail, right? That makes the most sense to me. I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll build that ramp. We're gonna build that ramp. Build that ramp. Okay, let's withdraw however much money we need. Talk to me, Nook. I got a little project here for you. I actually forgot there was a crafting table here in the Resident Services building. About bridges, inclines. Let's make an incline. I think a natural one is what I want. We'll just have a look through the others again. I do like the look of a white plank one, but I think it's better at the top right when it's mountainous and stuff. And this one's better for spring. And the left section if we need any ramps up there, which we don't really. We don't need many ramps for our stuff, I think. It's not a ramp heavy place. So yes, we'll please construct this natural incline. And then we'll experiment, see which one we prefer, whether we prefer the incline to be jutting out a bit at the bottom or the top. Withdraw. I was like, what am I doing here? 50,000 will be fine. It'll be plenty of money. Do I have any other? Oh, actually, there was actually a bit more to that Remembrance Day story, because I remember the music teacher. She had like oh, hello Raymond. Instead of a plastic poppy, she had like a poppy pin or whatever. It was like a metallic poppy pin, I guess, push pin sort of thing, which she wore, and she was like, "Oh, see, it's totally fine. Don't worry, it's not dangerous, this pin or whatever." Yeah, that's basically all I had to add. Let me imagine it. Oh, it looks 10 times better like this. I didn't realise the top part of it was already flat. I thought it was four inclines in a row, I suppose, if that makes sense. Did Lloyd always have his higher voice? I don't know. Got a higher voice than me. As much as possible. Thank you. Dun 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 dun. We'll take our leave. And we will, I suppose, clear up more flowers. Didn't mean to do that, but sure. We're getting there. We're slowly getting there. I wonder who it is who's making a recipe though. Wait, was Amelia in her house? Amelia might have been in her house. So she might have been the one crafting something. I really got to be more on the ball with oh, she's not. No, that's Caesar. Getting these recipes for my villagers. Otherwise autumn will come and go, and I'm not going to get all the mushroom recipes, which will be sad. But anyway, sit up straight. Of course, it's media crafting. What you doing? An ironwood low table. I think I really know how to make this. Sure do. And she gives me a recipe which I'll just sell immediately. Because I'm far too lazy to give them out to my friends anymore. To be fair, maybe I should give them out to Rach, because she probably plays a lot more than Penny does. It's just me, I'm like the only one left playing this game still. How sad. Well, not really that sad, actually. I'm having fun, so that's what matters. Should we see if we can build 2 ramps on the same day? I don't think we can. I think it's 1 ramp a day, but might as well look, right? What's the harm in it? What's the harm in it? Anything else interesting happening on Remembrance Day? Not really. I mean, I suppose it's a rather respectable holiday, so, you know, people try not to mess around too much on it. But of course, that story only happens because kids are kind of stupid. And I can say that because I was a kid once as well. Can we talk about infrastructure? Oh, hands up for getting... okay. That's fine, that's fine. I guess we'll just get around to clearing flowers, and then rearrange... we'll clear all the flowers, then we rearrange a river, and then we decide where everyone's houses are going to go. And then we can start moving trees and stuff as well. I think. I'm not sure what we can do with a money tree. Maybe we should put a money tree around our tree. Oh, our house. Oh, I was meant to customize the shovel, wasn't I? I don't want it to break on me. Because I'm only gonna break your heart. Who sings that? I don't know. I don't even know what song that is. Let's customize something. Yeah, Remembrance Day. I don't know. It's a nice... I don't really know what classify it as. It's not really a public holiday or anything, but it's a nice day, I suppose, in concept. I think. And the poppies are such a strong symbol of wartime now, aren't they? What's that poem? Like in Flanders fields, poppies blow. Something, I don't know. Poppies are just associated with like war now, aren't they? Wartime. Well, not necessarily wartime, but like remembrance for wartime. So, something along those lines. Flower language, not really my forte. But I do know some bits of flower language, but I don't know, maybe I'll talk about that another time. You know, poppies are like super poisonous or something, right? That's what I heard, I think. Or poppies are classified as a poisonous flower or something. But we eat poppy seeds just like that. Oh, isn't it because poppy seeds contain a very trace amount of like arsenic? I don't remember. So much so there's that circulating myth of some woman eating like who ate a lot of poppy seeds and like poppy seed bagels or something. She failed a drug test. I don't know if that's actually true or not. That might just be false, but who knows? Who knows? It's sort of just a thing I've heard. I don't think I've ever had poppy seed, like a poppy seed bagel or anything like that. Human beings are weird, aren't they? We just, you know, casually eat things which are poisonous. Just for fun. Like coffee. Isn't that like, that's like super poisonous to birds or something, isn't it? And like spicy things is like a deterrent. Or maybe it's not a deterrent. Or being eaten? I can't really remember. Well, surely it must be eaten because the fruit itself is spicy. The pepper being like the fruit, quote, like a botanical fruit rather than a culinary fruit, I suppose. And contains a seed, so it probably wants to be eaten, doesn't it? How does this work? I don't really know. I'm not a plant. And I only know so much. Yes, obviously it's a bit late. If you're watching this at Remembrance, the time for Remembrance Day is probably already passed for you. Because I mean it's already passed on me. It's been like, how long has it been? 6 hours or something since. So yeah. But you can, you know, you can do Remembrance on a different day. This is just like one organised day for the rest of the public to do it. And often there's like processions or something that you can watch on the news when it happens, which I've only watched like a couple of times ever before. I don't know if it happened this year, actually. I didn't look. Because, well, I don't really have a good reason, I just didn't, just didn't watch it. Actually, I remember we had a school holiday trip to France, I think. Wait, was it France? Yeah, back in secondary school we watched like a battlefield procession. So my friends got to put down a poppy wreath in the memorial for it. Oh god. Ah. Not me though. I just got to watch. Sure are a lot of flowers, huh? But we have cleared up so many flowers since. I wonder when we started clearing up all these flowers, how many days it took us. How many days did it take us to plant all of them? Don't know. Either way. Just by doing a little bit each and every day. It really adds up, I suppose. In a good way, not in a bad way, of course. I don't know. It'd be cool if there was like some poppy related thing in Animal Crossing for it. But I suppose maybe that's something that will come on Veterans Day? I don't know when Veterans Day, that's a US holiday. equivalent, isn't it? Veterans Day. Oh no, Veterans Day is just what you call Remembrance Day. Wait, Armistice Day. That's the European one, isn't it? So there we go, Veterans Day for you. Remembrance Day, Veterans Day, all the same. In the end. Oh, I was thinking of Memorial Day. Not Veterans Day. Oh, so I didn't actually know this. Veterans Day celebrates the service of all US military veterans, while Memorial Day honours those who have died. So I guess Memorial Day is more like Remembrance Day. For us. Sometimes also known as Poppy Day. And now I'm just reading Wikipedia articles on it. But the tradition of Remembrance Day evolved out of Armistice Day. Well, bury it again. Customise our shovel so it doesn't break as well. Interesting history behind it. Yeah, when we were on Battlefield's trip in France or whatever, we were all given a little... We saw obviously a lot of memorials from the World Wars, that sort of thing, and each of us was given like a little cross with a poppy on it, which we could leave at any of the sites in memoriam. And I left mine at some big, I think it's like a moose statue. I can't actually remember what animal it is. Some ungulate statue at the top of the hill, which we had to spy around to get up. It was interesting. It strikes you hard once you really, there's like a memorial we saw, which is just a list of names of all the people who died in the wars, and seeing all those names written out, think how every single one of them was a life on this earth, with their own stories and families, friends, and unique experiences. Seeing them all written out and just knowing that what happened to them, I suppose, is a bit kind of makes you appreciate what you have a bit more, I suppose. Sorry, I didn't mean to make this so somber, but I suppose it's inevitable when talking about something like Remembrance Day, as it happens. So yeah, let's appreciate the time we have and what we got. The times of peace for, well, I suppose just us. It's a very privileged view, isn't it? Perhaps so. Well, maybe I should have rounded this episode here before it gets a little bit too down. But remember those who have fallen. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of thing. Join my Discord down in the description below. Follow me on Twitter. Hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.